Welcome back to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast where football meets conviction. I am Jake Alagna here with my co-host Jesse Shalalo. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when all of our videos drop. Comment faith down in the comment sections once you are subscribed. That way we know and we can show you some love. But before we start, as always, Jesus loves you. Jesse, how are you doing today? On this,
Good. It's been a hot minute since we've recorded.
I was on vacation last week, so
yeah, like I said, it's
sorry.
okay, buddy.
No, I'm
Jake
telling
went to
everyone.
spend time with his family for vacation, so we didn't record last week. So really in the NFL world, there's not really much going on. It's just practices, training camp, whatever you want to call it.
Training camp starts next week.
Yeah, training camp starts next week. So we're really getting into we're getting really close to preseason stuff, which is exciting.
Let's go. I'm ready. I need some football.
Yeah, so do I. I
need football in my life.
I miss it. But yeah, other than that, not much. World Cup happens. It's still happening.
US
looks like it's gonna be
done.
Argentina versus Spain in the finals, which is I think it's gonna be. I should hope
That's gonna be a good game.
So
if Argentina wins back-to-back World Cups, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, Messi gonna be he gonna be the GOAT. If you still say Ronaldo's the GOAT, you're gonna have a problem. I don't know. He might. I don't know.
Some people might say, what's that guy's name? Pele, like that older soccer player.
See, we can't just be throwing out. We can't be throwing out Pele like that and not knowing much about soccer. So I just stick to the Ronaldo and Messi conversation because what I know about Pele is he's one of them ones when it comes to soccer. So I don't really when it's talking about him, he's in his own field.
Like I know he was Messi. Like my stepdad is into soccer, and because he used to play soccer, and he said that like Pele was Messi. Like, he was Messi before Messi. Like, that's how big he was.
Got you.
He might have been, I think he said he might have been bigger than what Messi is right now.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Messi might be the most well-known or most known and popular athlete in the world.
That's true.
Like, everyone knows who Messi is.
If you don't know, you've literally been living under a rock. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we're just
US.
Yeah, dude, we getting clapped by Belgium like that was crazy.
That was a disgusting performance. That was bad.
And then knowing that Christian Pulisic was playing on a fractured leg is crazy. So
that's pretty. He gave it all.
Hey guys, we got 4 more years. We'll run it back.
Yeah, we'll get the next one.
We won't know if we'll do it in the US or North America again, but I mean, hey, it is.
Next one won't
also, it was funny the fact that Canada, Mexico, and the US all got knocked out of the knockout rounds the same day, that same weekend. It was insane work. But anyway. Getting back to football really quick, because that's what we're here for, not soccer news, because that's not what this podcast is about.
Let's talk about real football.
I saw a post of Rodgers with some of the receivers and tight ends. I think they were on vacation or something. I don't know what it was.
I saw that.
And I kind of was just seeing that, like, I really just, to me, feels like Rodgers is just having a lot more fun. Knowing that it's his last season, I just feel like he's just like kind of letting it go and being like, let's just enjoy this one. So I'm not gonna say it. I feel like it's gonna be something. There's something about this season's gonna be special, at least to him, and to Steelers fans, it's gonna be something we get to enjoy. So I'm excited to see that the bonding is growing. Obviously, I saw Metcalf is calling him and the duo of him and Pittman the Twin Towers. I'm not gonna make the argument about the nickname. It's a little bit on the nose, but at least it's good to see that they're gelling and their rapport is getting better, so that on the field we'll see that correlate. Now that we have a true wide receiver 2 in Michael Pittman. I'm very excited to see what this team will do. But anyway, let's Steelers aside. Let's get into the news we got going on this week. Oh, the NFL Top 100 has dropped. Well, a few
slowly.
of them slowly, because they're doing like this. They're topping 2 players every day until like August, and then we'll get the top 10. So this is like an ongoing thing. So like we're at like 65, I think, right now.
We have
Unless I'm wrong.
100 through 61.
Okay, so we're about a good
Almost
ways
halfway through.
So to me, this is where I'm at right now. When it comes to 100 through 60, like there's some good names. Don't get me wrong. There's great names on this list. I'm not gonna say all these guys are scrubs. Absolutely, if you make the top 100, you're not a scrub in the slightest. But when it comes to 160, it's more like they're great names, but it's not any names I'm gonna be like, oh, let's have like a deep 10, 20-minute conversation about why they're ranked this way. Except for one player, which we'll get to in a second. But most of them are players that are like, I respect them. I respect their position, what they do in their position. But I'm a person, like, once you get into like the 30s, 20s, 10s, whatever, those are the ones that are like, okay, now these, when you're talking about these guys, these are like the best of the best, like at their position, no one's better than these guys. So we're just gonna react to a few names that we saw on this list that were like very interesting for us to see, and we shall go from there. So I didn't know if Jake, you wanted to start this off, or you want me to?
You can start if you want. Are we gonna go straight in, or are we gonna save the big talking?
We'll save the name that we're gonna talk about for last, because that one's gonna be the one we're gonna have most conversations. Let's see what I think one that surprised me. There's a couple of rookies last year that made the list. I think most notably, Ted McMillan making 87. I think that's really interesting. Interesting is in like, I think he's someone that I think if him and Bryce Young are doing really well this year, I think they're gonna gel amazingly, and he might move a little bit higher. Especially because I think they gelled so much last season. And also I think Carson Schweizinger I think he was in the 90s, I believe.
I was just gonna. He was one of the guys I was gonna bring up. He's 93.
Which I think that's respectable to his position, especially at the linebacker, because there's a lot of great linebackers. So as a rookie doing that, I think that's really good.
To make the NFL top 100 after your first year, you did something. Even if you're in the 90s, you did something pretty special.
Yeah.
If you're within like the 100 to 80 range after your first year, unless you just go nuclear,
good. That's very, very good.
Absolutely nuclear. Like, I think like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson were the first 2 names, but that popped into my head. Like, you did something pretty significant to get everyone's attention, which he did. He had 156 tackles as a rookie, which is crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah, he's really gonna. Him and Jared Verse are gonna be a really great duo to watch this year, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Purdy at 85 is interesting. I feel like this is more on basis of what he has done for me lately, since his Super Bowl run was 2023, I believe. So it's been about 3 years since he's been back in postseason, or at least in the Super Bowl. He was in the postseason last year. But
so you get
I don't think it's
I don't hate
him at 85.
We got to the championship, right? They played Seahawks, right?
In 23 or last year?
Last year.
Divisional.
Was it divisional?
Because they played the Eagles in the wild card, I believe.
Yeah, they played them in the wild card.
Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, and then they played the Seahawks and got absolutely.
Who did the Seahawks play in the championship game?
Wasn't it the Rams?
Oh yeah, it was the Rams. Yeah, it was the Rams.
You're right. Yeah.
You're right.
So,
He
I know.
was.
Sorry. Anyway,
That is
yeah,
correct.
I don't hate Brock Purdy 85. I think that's interesting for at least the QB. Him being that low is interesting to me, but I can see where they're coming from with that. Just because he's done well enough, but I don't think he's has moved anybody to make him go further down the list. So
What are your thoughts on Jalen Ramsey at 82? You think that
it's because of
that's a good
age.
spot?
It's because I think for what he did last year, I think he was very, very serviceable. Had really great plays. One that I can think of right now was week 1 when he had that. I
Oh, that
don't know
was
if
a
he intercepted the ball,
crazy.
but I think he batted the
No,
ball down. Garrett Wilson goes kind of catch it to win the game, which was insane work. Or tackled him.
it
Sorry,
was.
tackled him. So
I think
that
it
was
was like a fourth down, and I think it was to the Jets were moving. Like I think it was to get into field goal range or something to win the game,
yeah,
and
and then he
Ramsey
just
just put a
tackled him
hit
before he
stick
could get
on
over there.
Wilson, knocked
Oh
the
my
ball
gosh,
out.
bro. That hyped me up week 1. I was like, let's freaking go.
That's the
But
type of
yeah, I
hit
think
that I love.
oh yeah.
Those
That
get
just
me
brings you
fired
back to
up.
the 2010s. Even 2000s defenses when they were just like hitting everybody.
Like everyone knows
Um
I don't like the Steelers at all, but that hit got me.
I
Even
was
I
hyped.
loved that hit.
I was hyped. But yeah, the biggest thing for Ramsey, I think with them moving him to safety for the primarily the safety for the second half of the year, really showed his versatility that he can bring to the team. So I don't hate it. Um, yeah, I don't hate it. I think it's you have to. There probably will be better corners or safeties on if we're like corner slash or mm, I don't even know what to call him, a secondary player at this
Defensive
point.
backs.
That is a better than him at his position. And also just because of age, he's old. Like it's not gonna like maybe he'll be good next year. Maybe the age will catch up to him because Father Time is undefeated. So I can only say that I respect it and at least happy that he made the top 100. So 82, I'm not
Hey,
mad at.
he's still a good player.
Oh,
He's
I don't
not
disagree.
the
I don't
old
disagree.
Jalen Ramsey at all, but I mean,
Yeah,
he seems
Jaguars Jalen Ramsey
he's a pretty
was
good safety.
yeah.
Like he has the skill
Jags
to play
Jalen Ramsey
safety.
was a problem.
Yeah, it was the best corner in the league
He
for
was disgusting.
a long time.
What else? What else was I intrigued by this list? Zay Flowers
One,
71. We can talk about that. That was
yeah,
interesting. Um,
I think he should be a little
is
higher,
it his
but
first appearance in the top 100? Is
yeah,
that
I
his
think
first one?
so.
Okay.
71 ain't that bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad for a receiver. And I think for
Yeah, he was
what
not
he does
ranked last
for
year.
what he does on a team that mostly runs the ball a lot, I think that's respectable, and I think it shows. If you didn't know about my beef with, I don't even have beef with Zay Flowers. I've never seen him as a wide receiver one on the
You
Ravens. On
have
the
beef.
Ravens, it makes sense. But on any other team, I don't see him as a wide receiver one. Now, you could have it argue with me about other teams that have really, really bad wide receiver help that need one, so he could be. But I think on the Ravens, it makes sense that he's the one because of the scheme and the play calling that they do in Baltimore. But after the season, you can't. I think it was his best year statistically, if I'm
Yeah, I mean, he
correct.
just keeps getting
So
better.
yeah,
Like his
so
rookie year, he had 800 something yards. The year after, he had just over 1,000, and then last year he had 1,211 yards. So this coming year, he's going
watch out.
for 1,400
Yeah,
plus.
and there's the biased Ravens fan for you. No, I'm kidding.
If he keeps on this trajectory, I mean,
Let
that's what it's looking like.
let's get to the one that we all want to talk about because this
Wait,
one's just
wait,
it was
wait,
funny to see it.
wait. I was gonna
And
bring up one
it's
more at least.
oh, okay. Go ahead. He doesn't want to be sad. Go ahead. One more.
Not sad. It just that ticks me off.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I thought AJ Brown at 80 was something. I guess I get it. He only had just over 1,000 yards. Like he had 1,003 in 15 games.
Yeah.
But like this list, I think someone said that it was like a projection of what the players feel about them going into this coming year. So like some of these rankings, if that's the case, I don't know what they're basing it off of. Some of these should be a lot different.
I think it's just players' opinions at the end of the day. It has to be, because if it's voted on the
No,
players,
it
it has to
is.
be opinionated. So
Yeah,
I
it's
think
players.
there was just a lot of noise and a lot of drama going on in Philadelphia that I don't think they're saying that it's going to follow to New England. Obviously, if he doesn't get the ball, then he might bring the drama
Oh,
back to
he's
New
gonna
England.
get the
Who
ball.
knows? But that's why I said if he's in New England, he will get the ball. But I think when you talked about AJ Brown this past year, I can see why people put him at 80, just because of like, yeah, he still had 1,000 yards. The production was still there. The numbers don't tell you what you saw in the game tape, and in the game tape, it wasn't, the 1,000 yards were very few and far, but like the whole season was few and far between on how he got the yardage. Sometimes he had really great games, and sometimes he had like through 12 yards, maybe.
Non-existent.
I'm just basing it. But it just, the stats were great, but if you watch the games, it told a completely different story. And so I think that's why they put him where they put him. But obviously, we have to see how he does next year. Because being in New England, he could revitalize. That could revitalize his career. So, I mean, who knows?
I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna have an insane year with Drake May, because they're gonna throw him the ball.
I don't disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think they're gonna
force.
I think that chemistry is gonna be really well. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really well, and I think he's gonna add a different element to their offense that they needed. But, yeah, Lamar Jackson at 69. Let's talk about it. From 2 to 69 has got to be one of the craziest jumps I have ever seen on a top 100 list in my life. Whatever you want to call it. Jump, drop. He went somewhere, and it was not the way you wanted to go.
That's like one of the most disrespectful things that I've seen. There's not 68 players in the league that are better than him. I'm sorry.
See, here's the thing. The players are saying it, though.
Exactly. That makes it worse.
The players are saying it. So it's got to be a problem.
That makes it worse, because they know what it's like to line up against him. The players know what it's like.
Above him is crazy.
They know what it's like to line up against a healthy Lamar Jackson. At least a lot of these players, because I'm pretty sure he's played most of the teams in the NFL. So, if not all, I'm pretty sure it might be close to all.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's a healthy Lamar Jackson, which he's going to be going into next year, and a lot of these players know what it's like to line up against that and have to game plan for his arm, his legs, and all the off-scripted stuff that he does that really only he can do, then there's not 68 guys better than him. How in the what? You can make an argument that he's the best quarterback in the league, and I guarantee Josh Allen's going to be in the top 10. I guarantee it. I guarantee Joe Burrow is going to be at least in the top 15.
And here comes the Josh Allen hate. Here it comes.
Okay, Joe Burrow is probably going to be in the top 15 or 20.
Yeah, you know how I feel about Joe Burrow.
But I'm saying, like, if they're going to be that high, especially Joe Burrow, because he missed 9 games last year. Lamar missed 4.
I hear you.
3. Sorry. No, it was 4. They play 17.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I forgot about the back contusion. My bad.
But like,
I just remember the hamstring.
I don't know. I think it's crazy that he's this low. And the fact that the next guy at 68 is Cortland Sutton. I love Cortland Sutton.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Like, are we joking? This got to be like a joke.
Is this the first time he's been on this list?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his first time on the list. Hey, congrats, my guy. Congrats.
Like, and then
I guess because he logged back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for the first time in his career. So
okay, I'm just saying, like, if this is based off of going into the next season, okay, if it's just a pure, like, if guys are basing it off of last year.
Wait, hold on. What other quarterbacks were named on this list? Wait a minute, because now we're getting it. Now I can hear what you're saying. Because if there are other quarterbacks on this list that were not mentioned, that have not been mentioned yet, that are better than Lamar Jackson, we might have a problem.
Was like 98.
Yeah, and then Baker Mayfield was named, Brock Purdy was named, and Jordan Love was named.
Yeah, Brock Purdy was 85.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and then
Bryce Young
Baker was 77, and then Jordan Love was 72. I think I'm right. Yeah, 77, 72. Those are the only quarterbacks that were named other than Lamar. So Caleb hasn't been mentioned. Jaden Daniels hasn't been mentioned. Drake May hasn't been mentioned. Darnold hasn't been mentioned. Dak hasn't been mentioned. Golly, they're going to say Dak Prescott's better than Lamar Jackson. That's insane.
And you know what the funny part is?
They have
He's
Herbert.
better than everyone
put
else.
Herbert over Lamar Jackson. That's even worse. The guy who hasn't won a playoff game. Y'all players are saying he's better than Lamar Jackson.
And you know what else? You know who else they're gonna say is better than him? I guarantee it. Because there's no way. I don't think that he makes this list. Jared Goff.
Oh my god, this is insane. Oh,
they're gonna say Jared Goff's better than him.
Maybe they'll take him off the list. Maybe because here's the thing. What are we at? 60 something? 61 or 60 on the dot?
61 is the last one.
Yeah, so we still got there's still like a whole lot of players that we haven't, like receivers. Like maybe there's only gonna be a couple more quarterbacks on this list. We hope
there's gonna be a lot more.
We hope.
Everyone
I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you out.
Okay, but I know what's gonna happen. Every single person that you named and who I named is gonna be on this list. Without a doubt.
Herbert's not gonna be on the list.
Yes, he is.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, you might be cooked, brother. You might be cooked. Oh my gosh. That is insane. Wait, what were the other quarterbacks?
The more that this list comes out, after I just found out that he's at ranked 69th, I'm just gonna get more and more.
Great number, by the way. Great number.
Let me rephrase that. The more the quarterbacks that come off or come onto this list, which is gonna be including everyone we named, it's just gonna make me more and more mad. Because
here's the thing:
a top 3 quarterback minimum.
Allen, Mahomes, Stafford, only ones I could hear. The only ones I could hear. Everybody else, no.
He's better than Stafford. A healthy Lamar Jackson is better.
I'm not saying he isn't, but what I'm saying is I could. Did you hear what I said? I said I could hear. If someone made an argument, I could hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying you. Anyone
else. That's great. I know you don't want to hear it.
He's a top 3 quarterback.
Okay. That's fine, dude.
It's just, oh my gosh, these lists, man. And then there's another
and Trevor Lawrence. And Jalen Hurts. And Bo Nix.
Okay, thanks. You're just making it a lot better.
And CJ Stroud. If
CJ Stroud makes his freaking list, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Or Daniel Jones might make the list.
No, he's not. There's no way.
After a career year he had last year, it's not crazy to say. That's not crazy.
I mean,
if he didn't get injured, he probably would have kept going.
I mean, yeah, but he tore his Achilles.
I'm just
I feel
saying.
like that should be like, I don't know. You're this.
You know how, bro? There's been so good medicine lately. Achilles are not that bad. Like they could fix him up, no problem now. So it's like
if CJ Stroud makes this freaking list, I'm serious. I'm going to lose my mind. That's like the worst.
Okay.
That and like Justin Herbert in my mind is like the worst. Or Bo Nix too, and I love Bo Nix, but
no, but you like Bo Nix, but like not like that, not like that.
I do love. My guy is Caleb though.
So if Caleb's above him, you're not mad about it?
No, I am.
Okay, great.
I love Caleb.
Anyway, guys, we will keep you. We will keep you informed about the top 100 list as goes on, and we'll see what quarterbacks are better than Lamar according to the NFL players on the list. So
it's just crazy that it's coming from players.
We will see you guys next week and let you know how that looks. But yeah, one piece of news that did just come out like an hour ago that would be interesting going into the year pertaining the Saints. The running back Alvin Kamara agreed to rework his contract to remain with the Saints this season. He's set up to make $11.5 million in base salary, although the Saints renegotiated his contract for salary cap purposes in March. So Alvin Kamara and Travis Etienne, don't let me get that wrong. Travis Etienne. I'm saying Etienne because that's how he said he wants to be called. Stop it. Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara will be teaming up in New Orleans. Now we don't have to hear about the rumors about him being traded. Alvin Kamara will be a Saint. So I think now knowing that
trade clause.
I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. And also, Adam Schefter didn't say that.
He might have a no trade clause.
If you want to find out,
he'd have to waive it. And he literally said he doesn't want to go anywhere else but but to be in New Orleans. So this just further proves that point that he made, that he wants to stay a Saint his whole career. So good for him.
Yeah,
I like the loyalty. I love the loyalty.
I agree. And I think even now the offense is now even more potent. I think nothing against, I mean, Kamara is not the same running back that we have seen him in the past, but the potential of him, Travis Etienne, I know. So that's going to be interesting how that'll plan out. But I think if he's coming back, it's a 1A, 1B situation, at least for touches. And I think that will make the running back room dynamic in more ways than one, especially knowing that, like, now the offense is those two. Tyler Shugg's going to be throwing the ball to Jordan Tyson and Chris Olave. I mean, that's a pretty dang good offense. Not a offense you're going to be like head over heels over, but it's something that will keep them interesting, especially in the NFC South, because any one of those teams could win that division. That division's so flippy floppy as is. We want to say the Bucks because they have the more talent there, but the Panthers won it last year, so like
they should have won it last year. The Bucks, but they blew it.
They let the Panthers take that one from them. So that's an interesting news piece, and we will keep you informed about that. And also, when we get there, that'll be more interesting getting to our NFC South division previews when we get to that one. But
South.
We're not doing the South today. We're talking about the NFC North.
Oh, before we get into it, I just remembered something. Did you see that they had like this ranking of like all the divisions?
I did. I saw it, but I didn't look at it further. But I thought it was interesting, and I read it later.
Well, the biggest thing was like that the AFC North was ranked 5th out of 8.
I'm gonna think about it.
And I think like ahead of them was like, I think one of them was the NFC West, which makes sense.
I agree with that. There could be that's gonna be a way better division this year. In terms of like
NFC North,
those games will be more important.
NFC North was ahead of them.
Sure.
Who else? It was AFC West.
Yeah, That's more top heavy, but yeah, I can see that.
And there's one other one, but I can't remember that one. But like the AFC West, in my opinion, is the same. Like typically the same as the AFC North.
I think with
There's
the
one
AFC
bad
West,
team
it's
and
Bo
3.
Nix, Herbert, and Mahomes, and while the AFC North is just Jackson and Burrow. Nothing against A-Rod. A-Rod's not up there like for quarterbacks to be scared of, and like he's had great games. I mean, shoot, we beat the Ravens 2-0 last year, so I can't say nothing about that. But he's not somebody that like when you talk about the division, it's like, oh, these quarterbacks are like they're 3 out of the 4 are feared. So I can see it.
I just
And
thought
I
of like
mean,
record wise.
I think what me and you were talking about is based on like the past division winners and like the past years in the division, and like how the AFC North has always been like the one that's been like very very top heavy, and also we had a lot of great quarterbacks come through those divisions in many years. So you kind of have to and I think for this year NFC West makes sense. The AFC West definitely makes sense because if Mahomes is coming back from injury, he should be great. Herbert's supposed to bounce back. Bo Nix is supposed to have a great year, and even Fernando Mendoza or Kirk Cousins is supposed to make the Raiders competent. Not great, competent. And the North, I mean, you got the Lions and Jared Goff, who are always going to be good. You got the Vikings and Kyler Murray. We don't know what that's going to look like, but we're hoping it's better than what it was last year with JJ McCarthy. And you
Anything would be better than that.
I hope so. And the Bears with Caleb Williams, obviously, and the Packers with Jordan Love. So like I think it really just means like how dangerous can that division be? Like in terms of you don't know who's gonna win it. While with the AFC North, like yeah, sometimes it's exciting, but most times we know that the top 2 in the division are the Bengals and the Ravens. Steelers sometimes can be up there depending on if we're good or healthy. But I can see why they said that. I don't disagree. Some people said it was a fluke.
I just think of it like success wise of the team and like what is the consistent like consistent records of each team year by year. And I feel like if we're talking AFC, I mean, I guess it's like they're like I think they're like 1 or 2 spots below or ahead of the AFC North, but like it's very similar structure. Typically, it's usually the Browns and Raiders are really bad. True. I'll say I think like the Chargers and Bengals or Steelers are usually like mid. And then the Chiefs, Ravens, or if you want to put in the Broncos, like those teams are typically at the top or top 2. I don't know. I just think of it like structurally of like the standings year by year.
Yeah, no, I hear you absolutely.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
But let's get into the preview now. I just brought that up because I thought of it.
No, you're good. No, I think that helps me going into this part. So like that was great. But yeah, anyway, guys, let's get into our division previews. This week we're getting into the NFC North, so we're talking all things Bears, we're talking all things Lions, we're talking all things Packers, and we're talking all things, what's the last team? The Vikings. Almost lost it there for a second. Goodness gracious. As we always do, we're doing win projections, we're doing our fantasy picks, and we're doing our stat leaders. So which team would you like to start with first?
Let's go with Packers.
Green Bay Packers. All right. Well, how do I feel about the Packers this year? Let's see.
I think they got better a lot. I think they got pretty, I would say, significantly better ish. because they got
Zaire Franklin,
Javon
Hargrave,
St. Just, Zaire Franklin.
They drafted the defensive back Brandon Sis.
Well,
right?
and
Did I get the name right? Brandon Sis.
Yeah, Cease or Sis.
Okay. Sis. What I don't know how to say it.
They did lose Elton Jenkins to a trade, or released him.
Gary.
Released him and traded Gary to Dallas and Wicks to
Quay
Philly.
Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, Romeo Dobbs and Octavian Wicks, I think, needed to happen because there was just too many mouths to feed there alone. So I think now it's just
and,
Watson.
Golden's supposed to have a breakout.
Reed and Golden. So yeah, we'll see how that's going to pan out. But I think for me, the biggest thing is that Micah Parsons is starting the year on the PUP list. So at least it'll be a month or two until he's back on the field because of his Achilles injury. And even then with Josh Jacobs dealing with legal issues outside the field. So we don't know what that's going to look like. So I'm not confident in the Packers. I think the Packers can still get it done. I think it'll just be interesting to see how they will handle the adversity going into this year. Right now, it says that they are over under 10.5.
Over under 10.5. I'm gonna say.
Let me look. I need to look at their schedule before I can say anything just yet.
Let's see what. Let's look at their schedule. Packers schedule.
Green Bay. All right, so they got Vikings week 1, Jets week 2, Falcons week 3, Bucks week 4, Bears week 5, Cowboys week 6, Lions week 7, Panthers week 8, Patriots week 9, and they got Vikings again week 10, Rams week 11, Saints week 12, Bills week 13, Dolphins week 14, Bears week 15, Texans week 16, and then Lions week 17.
I think they have a pretty
They
have a pretty tough schedule, I'd say.
I would say I think when you
like the division itself is going to be tough.
Yeah, the divisions are not a slight, and then they have to play the Patriots. They got to play the Rams, the Bills, the Texans.
Yeah.
So I think this year I'm probably going to say under, just because I think
were they 10-7 last year.
Yeah, and it also really depends on. Let me see. I actually don't remember what their record was last year.
It was one. I'm pretty sure it was one of those.
You're probably not wrong.
I want to say
9-7-1. They tied it.
Oh
yeah, they tied with the Cowboys. Yeah, that was a dumb game too. I remember that. Oh man, yeah, I think I'll go under. It really would depend on when Micah Parsons comes back, and if Josh Jacobs is ready week 1. If he's gonna be on the field week 1, I would change my mind. But for that, I think I'm just gonna stick with the under. It's a lot of unknowns right now. We don't know what Matthew Golden's gonna look like, or even Tucker Kraft is gonna be healthy. Obviously Musgraves is fine, but like we don't know what that's gonna look like. So it's just a lot of uncertainty in Green Bay right now for me.
I think that I just feel like they're gonna have a similar year. It's just, do I go
probably
this, like what their record was basically last year, or do I give them one game improvement? I'll say 9-8. I don't think they're gonna tie again, so I'm gonna say 9-8.
Okay,
I'll go under.
I think for me it's just if Parsons and Jacobs are ready, then I feel good. I would feel pretty good about it. But
we're 10-7. That would still be under.
That would still be under, yeah. All right. I'll pick the next team. Let's go with the Lions. Let's talk about the Lions. Let's talk about them Lions. Biggest thing, Darren Montgomery left, and so now it's just gonna be Jahmyr Gibbs' show in the backfield, which I think will be a potent backfield. Just him, I think, is gonna really add. He's gonna take over and be his own thing. And then obviously you still have Amar St. Brown, you still have JMO, you still have Sam Laporta. So really nothing much has changed, at least for the weapons that Jared Goff has at his disposal. I still think you should look out for Isaac Tesla. I think he had a really good rookie year. Yeah, it wasn't stat wise the greatest thing, but what you saw on the field, like he's gonna be one of their gadget players that will be really, really useful for them moving forward. Now, obviously, you don't have Terrion Arnold because of the legal stuff that's going on with him. And he got waived, so he's not even on the team anyway. But if Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph can stay healthy, I think this secondary will still do pretty well. I think it really depends on how the rest of the players play. You still have Aiden Hutchinson, who's healthy. Jack Campbell's one of the better linebackers last year. I think this team can go as far as they can take them. Because on paper the Lions should be at least divisional. At least. On paper that's where they should be. Especially how good they have been this past couple years.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think talent-wise they have a pretty similar team to what they did last year and the year before. Like structurally, they yes, they lost David Montgomery, and then they replaced him with Isaiah Pacheco. I know he's not David Montgomery, but he's a similar style runner. He's a tough runner to pair with Gibbs, who's also a physical, but he's insanely fast. You got Jared Goff. Hopefully, for their sake, he has a bounce back from what he did last year.
Please, Lord.
You still got all the weapons like St. Brown, Jameson Williams, what's his name? Tesla?
Isaac Tesla.
Which I really like him.
Yeah, I think he's a stud.
Sam Laporta's coming back healthy. I mean, and defensively, I think they had some bumps last year, but I think even though they lost Arnold, I think they still gonna have a solid secondary, like you said, and then you got a pretty good defensive line with Aiden Hutchinson in the forefront of that. So I think they should, on paper, they should be in the divisional realm of things when it comes to the postseason. So
I guess their ceiling would be what?
NFC
Championship? Is that their ceiling?
I would say so. I think they could get there.
Mind you, there's a lot of great NFC teams this year. The West alone could produce 3 teams that are in the NFC Championship. So
it would be very, very, very tough to get there.
Yeah, I think it's just health. I think at this point, like if Lions stay healthy, sky's the limit for that team. Their win projection is over under 10.5 as well. I'm gonna take the chance and say over.
I'll say over.
I think this is I think we said it again. I'm not gonna repeat ourselves. I think on paper the Lions should be way better than what they were last year. I think last year they were 9-8. Yeah, and I think they should definitely be better on paper than what they were last year. Let me just see their schedule real quick. Just for kicks and giggles, because we can do that here. Saints, Bills, Jets, Panthers, Cardinals, Packers, Vikings, Dolphins, Patriots in Munich, Bucks, Bears, Falcons, Titans, Vikings, Giants, Bears, Packers. Yeah, I could. They should win more games than they should. So I think that makes sense.
I'll say over.
Yeah, I'd say over. Especially the Titans, Vikings, and Giants. Ooh, yeah. No, that's a very nice schedule for them.
As long as they stay
But
healthy.
playing the Bills week 2, that's gonna be a tough battle on Thursday Night Football. At that, ooh, Lord, that's gonna be a good game to watch. Anyway, go ahead. You pick. Is either Vikings or Bears?
Vikings.
All right, we'll save the
best
Bears
for
for
last.
last. All right, Vikings. Biggest thing for the Vikings.
Kyler Murray.
It's Kyler. To me, this is Kyler Murray's make it or break it year for him. If we like, at least for the NFL award to see if he's still an elite QB, this is a make it or break it. And with the team that he has now with Jefferson, Addison, Hockenson, and Jawan Jennings, like you got it. Like that's you got at least a top 5 receiver on your team right now, which is what you didn't have in Arizona.
Are pretty nice.
Yeah. So like you gotta like, and he still has the mobility and the speed to be able to do stuff with his legs that not a lot of quarterbacks have, and especially in the NFC North, I think him and Caleb are like the only two that really can use their legs more. Nothing against Jordan Love, he's not really a runner per se, but yeah, and if anybody can use him well enough, it should be what's the coach's name in Minnesota? Gosh, dang
O'Connell.
it.
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell. Why can I not? I can't get names now, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, Kevin O'Connell should be able to get this team to do some work. Now obviously the defense is, you lost Hargrave, you lost Allen, you lost Jonathan Grenard, so the front's not great. But I think the Vikings, if I had to sum them up, I think they'll be a fun team to watch. I don't know if I'm gonna say they're any team I see in the postseason, but they'll be a fun team to see how they mesh together.
Yeah, I think offensively they have everything they could want. You have, like you said, you have those top 3 receivers and you have Jefferson, Addison, and Jennings as your top 3.
Yep.
You have Hawkinson, you have
who's the running back? Is it still Jones or is it Jordan Mason?
Aaron Jones is still there, I believe.
Okay.
And I think,
but it's those two. It's those two taking
Jordan
touches.
Mason is still there.
I'll check really quick, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Defensively, you lost Hargrave and you lost Jonathan Allen, or you released them, but
yeah,
you went ahead in the draft. You got Caleb Banks.
True.
You got Dominique Orange for your defensive line. You got Jake Galday as your linebacker, or at linebacker. But yeah, overall,
I still have Van Ginkel.
Yeah,
I forgot about Van. Yeah, Van Ginkel's a dog. Yeah. And Dallas Turner. What am I talking? Yeah, no. This defense is still pretty good.
They lost
James Pierre. Shout out James Pierre from the Steelers. Shout out.
They still got a ton of talent on defense, and with what's his name?
And if Christian Darrisaw stays healthy, I mean that line is still.
I'm forgetting their DC's name now.
Rodriguez, Redmond.
No, their DC. The guy that was.
The DC. Oh, Flores.
Yeah, Brian Flores. You still have him calling that defense, and we all know how good of a defensive coordinator he is. And I just think it comes down to, can Kyler Murray be at least 75-80% of what he typically is, or what we've seen him at his best?
Yeah.
If he can do that, this team is going to be pretty good.
It says Aaron Jones the 1, Mason's the 2.
Okay. So yeah, you still got them. That's a pretty solid running back duo.
It's not jumping off the paper for me, but I mean, it's something.
Solid.
It's something, and especially in NFC North, you'll take what you can get.
Like Jordan Mason is a pretty good running back, and Aaron Jones can do everything.
I don't disagree. I am calling them slouches at all. No, they're good. They're good.
Aaron Jones can do whatever you ask him to do.
True.
He can do it. Anything. He's an all-purpose back.
The Vikings win projection is 8.5.
8.5.
Oof. Okay.
What were they last year? I don't even know.
I believe they went 9-8. Yeah, 9-8. Same record as the Lions.
I'm gonna say over.
Interesting.
I think they go at least 9-8 like they did last year. I think they're better than they were last year. Like overall.
Okay,
like
quarterback alone. Quarterback alone, yes.
Like you can't get much worse than how JJ McCarthy played.
And Max Brosmer.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz.
Like, no offense to those guys, but
yeah, no.
They were pretty bad.
Yeah, so I think
I'm gonna go with at least Vikings go at least 9-8.
I think I will agree. I think for the sake of conversation, yes. I think for the NFC North, I think the Vikings will probably be the worst team in that division, only just because these other three teams will be better. Could they sneak it a couple games in there? Probably. But I think if Kyler Murray has it going, I mean this team could also. I think their ceiling would be wild card. I think that's the furthest I could see them being going. If they go further, they exceeded expectations for this year.
Yeah. I agree with that ceiling.
Last and most certainly not least, we got the Bears.
Oh gosh, that was loud.
I know.
The Bears.
The Bears. So you lose DJ Moore to the Bills. You lose Jaquan Brisker to the Steelers. And you lost Kevin Byard, Nashawn Wright, and Tremont Edmonds. Defensively, I'm not gonna. I have to look at their depth chart, but I don't know if they had lost a lot of people or if that's good, or they still have a lot of people coming back. So,
so they got Kobe Bryant from the Seahawks, safety.
Yes.
Devin Bush, linebacker from the Browns. Neville Gallimore, defensive tackle from the Colts. Khalif Raymond, wide receiver from the Lions. Braxton Jones, left tackle from the Bears. Or this is the Bears.
And they got Dylan Thieneman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Oh no, they're still they got Tyreek Stevenson, they got Jalen Johnson. Still got TJ Edwards and no. This defense is good. Yeah, they still solid.
Yeah, I think the Bears.
I think the biggest thing is seeing the Bears go 11-6 and go as far as they did. I think the sky is the limit for this team specifically. I think they can go as far as Caleb Williams will take them. I think obviously the Swift and Kyle Monangai duo at running back is probably the X factor. If they're booming, I think their offense is going to move really well. And obviously, Roma Dunze's, now that DJ Moore's gone, Roma Dunze is going to have to be that guy for Caleb Williams on the for the receivers at least. Luther Burden could also be that guy. Khalif Raymond could be the guy, or Loveland. But I think everyone's expecting a lot out of Roma Dunze this year, and I think he has to be the one to be like stepping up to another level. But I think this team will only go as far as Caleb Williams will take them. So,
yeah, I mean, with the weapons that they have in Chicago, and then a second year with Caleb under Ben Johnson, you got that defense, which is still going to be solid. You add Thieneman. You add Devin Bush at linebacker, Kobe Bryant at safety, and then you still have like Jalen Johnson.
Stud, by the way. No one disrespect Jalen Johnson. He's a stud in this league.
Montez Sweat,
He's a stud.
I believe, is there, right?
Yes, Montez Sweat is still there.
But yeah, I mean,
they also have a very tough schedule.
Yeah, they're gonna be. They have
a very
first place schedule.
Very tough schedule. So yeah,
I believe in the Bears. I believe in my guy. Come on, Caleb.
That's Jake's guy right there. That's Jake's guy, man. I mean, they got Panthers and Vikings first 2 weeks. Then they got the Eagles. Then they got the Jets.
Tough. Not tough.
Packers, Falcons, pretty solid.
Tough, not tough.
Patriots, Seahawks back to back is kind of crazy, and then Bucks after that.
That's a tough.
That's gonna be pretty hard. And then Saints got an easier game there. Then you got the Lions and the Jags, which could go 50-50. Dolphins, they should win that handsomely. Bills will be a tough game. Packers, still a tough game regardless. Lions again, Vikings again. So it's all division for the last 3 weeks. It can be done. With the team that they have assembled, it can be done. It's just going to be difficult.
I just think that, like, I don't know. I just think that they have the best, like, overall roster. Like, I think from top to bottom, I would take the talent that
over the Lions?
Overall. I think
over the Lions?
I would take the
Let's be clear. The running back clears. Running back clears.
Well, Jahmyr Gibbs definitely puts that over the top.
Clears. He clears. Yeah.
I would take the Bears quarterback. I would take their tight ends. I think Loveland and Kamara are better than Sam Laporta, and I don't even know who their backup is right now.
I'll find out, but that's you're disrespecting Sam Laporta, and that's kind of making me mad.
I'm saying as a their starter and their backup together.
The backup's Brock Wright and then Tyler Conklin.
Yeah, so I'm taking Loveland and Kmet over Laporta and Brock Wright. I take their secondary. I take their linebackers is tough. I would say for head coach, I would take the Bears. I just think Ben Johnson.
If you're talking offensive genius, of course, but if you talk about a guy that the locker room loves, it's
okay. But that can only
Campbell,
take you so far. AKA John Harbaugh.
I don't disagree, but he's still the guy.
I'm not saying that I don't like
I know
Dan Campbell. I just think it's in today's NFL, I think it's more valuable to have a guy like Ben Johnson or like a like a guy that's like a calls play like Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, like those type of dudes that are specifically
have that
on
than
one side of the ball
guy
and can call a game and has experience doing that than a guy that's a locker room guy, a CEO head coach. I know what that's like to have a CEO head coach. It's good for a while and then it can just out of nowhere just go stale and you lose people. Not saying the Lions that's happening to the Lions, but
I think for me, I think the Bears have one of the most potent offenses on paper. I think you have to consider the luck that they got into in the postseason specifically because like Caleb Williams was making some throws he should not have made and they just worked. So I think
he's that good.
Like I don't disagree, but I think that's just where
off.
A little luck can only take you so far. Nothing against Ben Johnson. I think he's still a competent coach in this league for sure. I just on paper
skill position wise
I think it's just I don't know. It's just the Swift thing. The Swift thing's just killing me. And I don't even hate Swift
DeAndre
like that. He
Swift?
just hasn't. He hasn't been that great. He's been
He was
good,
good
but he's not
last
like
year.
he was okay. It wasn't like he had great stats, but once you watch the games, it wasn't all that. It was
That's because
good.
he was in more of a more of a like a committee than I feel like than Gibbs
Yeah,
and
sure,
Montgomery were.
sure. I think I just have to. I think I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'll just have to watch them this year and see what happens because I'm kind of 50-50 on them right now. But they are over under 9.5. I would take the over on them,
Over.
especially because they went 11-6 yesterday. There's no way they don't win only 9 games this year. I think at least 10. 10 would be like the max for me. They go 11-6 again. I mean, they're probably at par with all the teams in the NFC, the best teams in the NFC, if not one of the best. So
Well, when you decided to jump on the Bears wagon with me,
that's
you're welcome. Like you're welcome
what
aboard.
am I gonna remember this moment? I guess is what you're trying to
You
say.
will.
Okay, cool. All right, so are
You'll
we saying then
remember.
the Bears are the division winners in the AFC North?
That's who I'm picking.
Okay,
Or I would. That's who I would pick. Yes.
I would still pick the Lions, me personally, but I could hear it.
Guess we'll see.
I could hear it.
Guess
I
we'll
just
find out.
it's more of what you've done for me lately type thing, and I think for me the Lions have just been more.
How much
Goodness
lately?
gracious, yes, I know what I just said, but what I'm saying is that the Lions with the team that they've had have done more for me in the playoffs than what we see. Wasn't this Caleb Williams' first time in the playoffs? Not
Yeah,
saying
he's only
anything. I
been
know
in the league for 2
he's gonna
years.
get better. That's all I'm saying. He's only gonna get better. I'm not saying he's gonna be bad. What I'm saying is I've seen the Lions do more than the Bears, at least in the postseason. So that's
Yeah.
why I would pick them to win the division again. But if the Bears win it, I wouldn't be surprised because the Bears would be the Bears. So
All
I
right.
have to explain myself, guys, because if I don't, this guy's going to take my words and use
No,
them
I'm
against me.
not.
He's done it before. It's not the first time. But anyway, let's get
I know what
let's
you're
get through this,
saying.
John. Let's get through this, John. All right, fantasy picks. You got a breakout and you got a sleeper pick. Hit me with it.
My breakout is gonna be Rome Odunze.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think obviously because DJ Moore's not there anymore. And I think they did that because they want Rome Odunze to take over that wide receiver one role. I think they want him to take that step into being that type of guy for Caleb. And I just think with Ben Johnson running that offense, I just think that with him getting that role now, that he's just gonna have a break. I think he's gonna go off and he's gonna have a breakout year. He's that talented. He has that type of skill set to be a wide receiver one. And then do you want me to say my sleeper or do you want to go?
Go ahead, say your sleeper. I want to hear what you got to say.
My sleeper is gonna be I think my sleeper is gonna be that's tough, actually. So we got Vikings, Lions, Packers. That's tougher than I thought. I thought I had one, but now I'm like, all
Now
right,
you
we're
don't know.
gonna go with my sleeper is going to be. I think my sleeper is going to be, Tesla or what's his name? Tesla. I always say his name right. It's like Tesla,
Isaac Tesla.
but I I just have a feeling that he's gonna get more involved. I think he's gonna get more targets, and he's gonna be a type of guy that could be a good fill-in. Not saying he's a guy that you need to go necessarily draft unless it's like late, like one of your like last few picks. But even then, I'd say you could probably get him on the waiver wire. But I just think he's going to be a sneaky guy to put up some pretty good production. Now, who's your breakout?
All right. This to me, it's not a crazy pick that I'm gonna say this, but I think it's something that people aren't really gonna think about as much. I'm trying to think if that's the guy that I want to say right now, because I could get controversial for this pick.
Are you gonna say Justin Jefferson?
No. Justin Jefferson's wide receiver too. He's if Justin Jefferson's there, get him. He's still talented no matter what quarterback's throwing the ball. I'm trying to think who was the other person. Oh yeah, Matthew Golden.
Okay.
And I think that's where you have to have faith that the Packers will use him viably in this offense, knowing that for the past years they've had Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Doubs, Reed, and Watson, and they've all been meh. So, but I think Golden was picked in the first round for the Packers for a reason. In college, he was that dude. He was the guy that you needed if you needed to get down the field balls. He was the one to do that. So I think if they use him vitally well, I think he's somebody you could get in later rounds, and that would be a great pick for you. And then my sleeper pick, I'm gonna go running back, and I'm gonna say Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones.
Okay.
He had a subpar year last year. I'm not gonna say it was great, but I do recall him in fantasy last year. He wasn't somebody that was like getting you plus 20 points per game, but he got you 12, he got you 13. Most times he gets you 10 plus. So he's somebody that I would say that I would wait for the waiver wire. I wouldn't say get him in draft. I'd say he's somebody that you could get in the waiver wire where it's not really that important to get him in your drafts, and then he could be a vital pick for you later on. I was gonna say DeAndre Swift, but it's so wishy-washy with that Bears running back room. I don't know, because my non guy, he had a couple games where he looked as good, if not better, than
I'm pretty
DeAndre
sure they
Swift
both had 1,000 yards.
In terms of fantasy points. But I'm not going to say in terms of talent, because I think Swift is the more talented running back than Kyle Monangai. But in fantasy, Monangai had better games last year, fantasy-wise, than DeAndre Swift. So, if you can get, and this might be more of an underrated take. I think if you get Aaron Jones Sr. later in the draft, like late or a waiver wire, I think you're getting a guy with a great upside, especially for a Vikings offense that if Kyler's not getting it done throwing the ball, they're probably going to run more with Aaron Jones, and he's going to have to be the focal point of that offense. And I think that's where he'll shine the most.
Yeah, I mean, Swift had 1,000 yards rushing, and Monangai had 783. Or Swift had one,
which is not bad.
1,087.
It's not bad by any means.
Which for both of your running backs to have over 780 plus yards rushing, it's pretty dang good.
That's great. That's really, really good.
So if you picked Swift, I would have liked it a lot. But I
know yeah. I just want to be different. I think the Swift pick was something I feel like somebody was gonna say eventually. But anyway, let's get into the stat leaders. Who will have the most passing yards in the NFC North?
See, that's between two guys for me.
It's the Lions and the Bears.
Or Caleb.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Goff.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they just love to air it out.
They do.
And I think the Bears are more of a balanced offense than the Lions. I think they like to run the ball more than the Lions do.
Sure.
But
I can hear that.
I could see Caleb
Rushing.
doing it too.
Rushing's probably the Lions again.
Rushing,
because Jahmyr Gibbs is that guy.
I'd say Gibbs probably.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs is that guy. So it's Lions 2 for 2. They will not go. Will they go 3 for 3? I don't think they will go 3 for 3 because I'm.
So you could argue St. Brown, but I don't think
You could. It's St. Brown, Jefferson, Adunze, or Jaden Reed.
I'm gonna go with Jefferson. I'm just gonna go.
I could hear it. That's not crazy.
Like you get that significant of a quarterback upgrade, and if, like I said, if Kyler can play even close to what he was when he was at his best, Jefferson's gonna have another crazy year.
Because here's the thing about Jefferson: the people be forgetting how good he was. It's just that this past NFL season was so bad in terms of quarterback play, he wasn't being used well. And so because he wasn't used well,
get the ball.
Every news outlet and media was saying, "Oh, Jefferson might be hitting his decline. He might not be that good anymore." And I'm just like, this was a guy that we all had undisputed wide receiver 1 like 2 years ago. So let's all calm down before we just start spewing out that he's washed. He's not. He just had bad QB play, which a lot of wide receivers who are good in this league have had bad QB play. Now, has he been QB proof most of the times? Yes. JJ McCarthy was the exception of that rule, unfortunately. But yeah.
But like I think
if Kyler Murray's throwing the ball, Jefferson should exceed what Jamar Chase, Puka, and JSN are doing this year. He should, because he's that good of a player.
I also think the fact that they got Addison and Jennings with him, I think that's gonna bring. No offense to like Jalen Naylor, but I think with those two guys and then a healthy Hawkinson again, I think it's just gonna take more. Those guys are gonna take more attention away from Jefferson. Like you can only give Jefferson so much attention to the point where you're just leaving those guys just wide open, and then you're gonna get destroyed either way then. But
hey, Naylor's not on the Vikings no more.
No. That's why they got Jennings.
He was past tense, not anymore.
Where did he go? The Jets or something?
It could not have been the Jets. Raiders.
Raiders. Yep.
He's actually. I don't hate that for him. I don't hate that for him at all.
He got paid. They paid him.
I don't hate that for him at all. I think he'll be really good on that team. Actually, yeah, feel good about that. I feel like that was good.
That was solid. That's the NFC North for you.
That's the NFC North. It's cut and dry. The NFC North. It's going to be a good division regardless, but you know who's good and you know who's going to be. I think this year, it's more evident that the Lions and Bears are going to be the best teams in that division. The Packers and Vikings, if everyone's healthy and if everyone's playing well, they could sneak in some wins. But I think it's Lions and Bears for sure.
Oh my. Anyway.
Oh my. Oh my. I got it. Lions, Tigers, Bears. Oh my. Yeah.
Only if there's the Tigers.
There's no Tigers in the league, unfortunately. Detroit Tigers, though.
Yeah.
Not crazy. Anyway, do we have anything else, or are we going to Bible?
We go to Bible.
Bible verse of the episode is Chronicles? Yeah, 1 Chronicles 16 verses 34, which says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever." I don't think we really need to get into this is not a
what was it?
One we really got to First Chronicles 16:34.
16. Sorry,
Yeah,
keep
this
going.
is it's. I think when it comes to this verse, it's not really a verse we really have to dig deep into.
Complicated thing.
It's self-explanatory. Obviously, if you, the context, um, the verse is basically talking about rejoicing to the Lord. David was sacrifices of offerings, and he praising the Lord and all this stuff. And so he was saying in earlier verses, in like verse 31, let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let them say among the nations the Lord reigns. And then it goes into give thanks to the Lord for he is good, his love endures forever. So this verse is basically more like David is worshiping the Lord in this moment and is saying, hey, give thanks to God for everything he has done and everything he's doing and everything he is doing, because he's the one that deserves all the praise. Yeah, I don't think this is a verse we really have to like sink our teeth into. But yeah, this verse is just a great reminder that to focus on praising God for his works and how he'll be faithful until we get to see him again in heaven. So it's not yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
Sorry guys, I know you wanted some deep verses, but like it's been a rough week. No, I'm kidding.
we're going through it, guys. Okay,
We're going through it, man. I swear. No, it's just
give us some slack.
this was the verse that was on my heart, and this is the verse that I brought out to the peoples. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I think it's for
It's always
all
good to
that.
praise the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, for all that he has done for us and will do for us, I think it's very important to praise God in all in wait, where is it? In like throughout everything that he provides to us, good or bad. I think that even though it's tough to sometimes to see the good in that bad stuff that we could go through, but he puts us through everything for a reason and according to his plan. So the the least that we could do is give thanks and praise him for leading us on the path that we're supposed to be on, even if it's not what we envisioned. But yeah, make sure you praise God and give him thanks.
Yeah,
Everyone,
and I think when
everyone out there.
last thing I'll say before we call it a night, I think when you know, if you know the context of David's life and everything that happened to him, from killing Goliath to becoming king, to even the times where he fell short and he sinned and all those things, he still praised God even in the midst of it. And so it's just a great reminder for us, like Jake said, even on the bad days, when the days feel like you don't when it doesn't feel like you have anything to give, you just say thank you Lord, I get to wake up this morning,
Yeah.
and you keep going about your day. And it's something about it's that is the type of faith we as Christians should have, that even on those days where it feels like life is impossible, we can still say God is good. Like on the like And that's something that the devil can't really take away, is our praising the Lord.
Nope.
And honestly, if you know, praising was what the devil did, and then he was the worst, like the worship guy in heaven. And then when he got knocked down, that's why worship is the most powerful weapon, because he used to worship and now he can't. Now he don't want to do that no more. So we use worship as a weapon against the devil. So, and that includes praising the Lord even when it doesn't feel like we have anything to praise him with. So, See, I got deep before I didn't even get deep. See what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, bro.
See, Jesse, even in a verse that you think isn't that deep, you
cut
can
and dry. We could still talk.
You can get something out of it.
Yeah,
something deep out of it.
I'm repping the Phillies jersey today.
The Phillies tonight.
I'm repping Phillies tonight.
I'm repping the O's.
I was feeling it. Yeah, it's been a season for you, huh? It's been a season for you.
We're only 2 games out of the wild card, so on a 4-game winning streak.
It's July. We about to be in August. Goodness gracious, y'all gotta lock in.
We're on a 4-game winning streak.
Baseball. I'm telling you, baseball in August is where it gets nice. Where it gets real nice.
No, the best. We gotta go to
we gotta go to another Phillies game, bro. We gotta go to another Phillies game.
We gotta go to an Orioles game. We already been to a Phillies game.
No, we're going to a Phillies game. Who cares about the Orioles?
I mean, I would, because considering I went so I could see Bryce Harper play, and then he left before he even took an at-bat.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
you were so mad about that.
That's like the main reason I went, because he's my favorite non-Oriole, and then he leaves after the first going, like...
Hey, they still won the game, though.
Inning. It was a good game. Schwarber hit a bomb.
Goodness gracious, that was great. Anyway, Jake, anything else before we call it a night? Because we're gonna be yapping about baseball all night if we do. All right. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning into the Fourth Quarter of Faith podcast. Like Jay said at the beginning of the video, please subscribe, comment down below what you guys want us to do in our next videos. Also, comment down below if you guys think the top 100 list is stupid, because Jake thinks it's stupid and we're only at 60.
No,
so let us know what you guys think about it. I'm trying to do a bit. I was trying to do a bit, and you wouldn't let me finish the bit.
I'm
kidding. It's all good. But yeah, comment down below what you guys think of the top 100 list and our NFC North predictions for this year. And there's something else I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, we're on Spotify and Apple Music. So if you guys can't watch our videos on YouTube, you can listen to them on those platforms. We're also on TikTok. We're also on Instagram. We're also on X. If you want to follow us on there, show us some love on those as well. We love and appreciate every single one of you guys. And until next time, that's Jake Langna. I'm Jesse Shalalo. Have a great night.